Hi everybody, it's Stacy with Carnival Papier, and today I'd like to show you how to make this little scrap Christmas card. Now I know it's early in the season, you're probably sick of Christmas, but honestly it goes by so fast, and this came to mind when I wanted to use these up, so that's what I'm gonna do. So let's get started. Anyway, let me give you a little close-up of this tree, if it will focus in here. There you go. Just cute as ever. And fun. Now I'm not going to make it exactly the same, but we'll get to, I'll use up the supplies I have. So what you need is, this is an A2 card, just in a cream color. It's already pre-folded. And I have a backing that is 5 1/4 by 4 1/2, I believe. Let me see. Oh, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have this scrap piece of cardboard I got in something that we'll use to put the Christmas tree on. When I tried this out directly onto the card, it just didn't, there was too much of a gap for me. So we'll start out with this. And some other things you'll need is your all I'm doing is tearing up this scrap piece of paper I have. Torn bits of paper. I have a little bit of ribbon that I've been cutting up for a little fence by the tree or whatever. I have from this piece of cardboard, I ripped this apart and it came out kind of looking like a little bark tree, so I'm going to use that. And I've got my little Christmas balls here that I've been making up out of my scrap paper. I thought those would be cute on this one. And I forgot to give with the garland I had here. This was given to me by a friend, and I want to use it up because it's getting a little brittle and falling apart, as you can see. So gluing it on to these little trees seems to give it a purpose and not end its life yet. So what we're going to do is, let me give you a picture of this card right here. We'll set it beside. So all I have is 5 pieces of torn paper. And what you do is just start out small, okay? And the supplies I'm using are Aleene's tacky glue. I've got a pair of scissors here. I've got my little bitty punch here. I think it's 0.375, little bitty for the bulbs. And I do have my Tim Holtz walnut stain distress ink just for the bark on the tree right here. You can see a little bit. It just kind of blended in with the paper and needed a little punch. So what I'm doing is just tearing a small piece of paper. And all you want to do is start about a third of the way down. And doesn't have to be perfect, and these are scraps that I have laying around that I wasn't quite ready to let go of. We're just gonna glue that on, and this is something you could do with your kids. What kid can't tear paper? So I'm going with my second piece. I just want it a tad bit longer. Okay, and if you go too long, better to go too long and shorten it up than trying to go too short. But that's about right. That's still a little bit longer, and I'm happy with that. So I just glue it down. I'm just eyeballing here. Again, I'm not perfect. Again, I'm just tearing the paper here. Oh, look at that neat piece. And you don't have to go with 5 layers of the Christmas tree. Go with 4 if you need to. If you want to do thicker paper, it's entirely up to you. This is your Christmas tree. You'll see I got that one a little short. I may just have to go with 4. If I can get this piece torn long enough. Okay, just tearing it into strips here. And this paper is kind of a, it's a handmade paper, so it's a little tough to tear. There we go. So I'm going to make this a 4 tree. So instead of 5, I'm going to go with 4. Okay, I'm perfectly happy with that. That to me is just right. Now, you'll notice on my card I don't have a sentiment on there. It just, when you, it's obvious what this is, and the front is so pretty, I just don't feel like I need to stamp or put a sentiment on there. Okay, so we've got our little tree built, alright? So now, let's go in and make our little stand here. Okay, so I'm just taking a little square and cutting it out of my cardboard. I'm going to take, which the walnut stain's probably got some on it. Oh, no. Because if you lay it up against there, it just kind of gets lost in that background. You see that? But when I brush it up here, add a little, I like to do this right here. I like to take it, hold it down, and just kind of brush it like that. That helps get a little stain on there too. Alright, so look at that compared. Yeah, so see, now we're looking good. So I'm going to take a piece, glue this on. This is just so easy. It's like, I mean, it's fun. It's like going back to the little younger years. Long time ago for me. And, you know, just paper and glue. That's all it is. So now I'm ready to put on my little Christmas balls. Okay, so I chose a scrap piece of paper from, I don't know where it's from. I picked it up, and all I do is pick a place I want to punch that will look good. And I've got a little Christmas ball. Now you can put as many balls as you want on here. You can decorate this as much as you want. In fact, let's see. Now I'm going to put my star on there last. So we're just going to glue, put a little glue on these balls, and I just start at the top and work my way down wherever they want to go. You just kind of want to have a little balance to your tree. So I just kind of go, you know, down, 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 down the tree. Oh, maybe I want that one in the center. Okay. Easy peasy. Look how quick that we've already got a tree almost. Well, we do have a tree. What am I saying? How cute is that? Okay. That's it. I don't even know how many minutes have gone by. Let's see, 10 minutes. We've already got this. We're almost there. So, now I want to take my tinsel. And what I do is, I just take a little piece and cut it off. Just cut off a few little pieces to start with. Okay, let me show you this. And what I do is I don't put tinsel on every little gap there. I just take one on the top and one on the bottom. Or I think I did one on here and one on here on the fifth one. I've skipped a few. So I'm going to do it here, here, and here. We'll see how that looks. I may have to go to the center since it just depends on the balance anyway. Okay, so what I do is just stick one on there. Just glue, put a little glue on there. Stick it on there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cutting another little piece. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this on all three because it's not going to look right gapped in the middle there. So let me cut a couple more pieces here. Because we can change our minds. Okay. Just take a little glue. And it doesn't matter if the tinsel gets onto your little Christmas ball. It's kind of the way it balances itself out. You know, you don't always see all the little baubles on the tree. Sometimes looking for the hidden ones is the pretty part. And what I do try to do is go, you know, a little bit wider than my first tear, then a little bit wider, and then a little bit wider. That is just balance. We're going to stick that in there. Need a couple more little pieces. Okay. Glue. And all these little pieces that are falling off, they'll come off. They'll come off your card. If they stick, well, they look cute on there anyway. So I need one more little piece to balance out this edge over here. You can place your glue directly on there and just push it into place there. And I'm just going to give my card a little tap and get all these little hairs from the... And look how cute this is looking already, folks. Look at this. Oh, my camera doesn't want to focus, but we'll fix that. Sorry about that. Now, I'm ready to put a star. So for my star, and let me show you something else I have before I do that. I cut this little thing off. I cut this off of a little piece of paper, and look how cute this will look on top of a tree. Not this particular card, but it's just a little leaf that came off of a piece of handmade paper. I am going to use that for a tree topper. I just haven't yet. So today, I have these old stickers that I haven't used. There's lots of stars in here, and they're glittery gold. Look pretty on top of the tree, so I'm just going to choose one. And I'm going to put that at the top of my tree. Doesn't have to be perfect, but look how cute that is. Oh, you can see it sparkling anyway. Even though my camera doesn't want to focus. Which I'm not sure. I'm going to have to fix that, folks. I don't know why it's doing that. But anyway. You get the gist. Here we go. Now, I like to use up this stuff right here. I don't know what it is that it looks so cute on here, actually. I don't want to go up as far as the tree, so I'm going to cut some of this off. See where it looks good. I'm just going to go a little bit more. And see, just about like that makes me happy. Alright, so I'm just going to give that a snip. Cut it off. I'm going to take some glue. What you do on this is a little tricky because all these little openings, but I just put it right along the bottom. And if you need to use a stronger glue, go ahead. I don't recommend using glue sticks. I have glue sticks, but they're not sticking all the time. It's not a permanent adhesive like this glue. But I find Aleene's never lets me down, so that's what I use. But I just take a little bit and put it along these. Just stripe it down through there on the ribbon. That should be enough. And I just stick it down to the edge. And you got a little time to move it around there. Just push it down. Now what I've had to do is, since it wants to pop up a little some, is when I'm waiting for it to dry, I just put something heavy, and I find that my scissors, just like that, it doesn't stick. They come right up. These are all my, mixed media scissors. They're just Fiskars. Probably not meant for that originally, but they got used and abused, and hey, that's what happens. Okay, so we're looking good. Now we're ready to mount this on the card. Alright, so I have my card. Just going to put on the glue for the backing. And here's how I do it. You guys can use tape. I use tape all the time. This is just what I'm doing to make it easy. You don't have to get all expensive with expensive tools and all that. But just something simple, and using what you have and using up these scraps so they don't end up in a landfill, which helps everybody. Okay, so there my card is mounted, my back plate is mounted. I don't even know what you call that, but now I'm putting glue on my Christmas tree. And I want to center it onto the back plate. So just give that a little push because nothing's dry, but look how quick we just made a Christmas card. A cute little Christmas card too. I'm so happy with it. And again, I'm not going to use a sentiment on here. I think the card speaks for itself. When I open it up, I will have I usually write a little letter anyway, but I'll have my Merry Christmas or whatnot in there. But there you go. You have a cute little Christmas tree, and you're using up all these scraps. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we can get together and do another one soon, okay? Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.